Hey there, this is going to be a video about why the 2006 Deen adaptation of Higurashi is fucking dog shit, specifically the chapter Miyakashi. Let's get into it. Okay, this isn't even actually the scene that I wanted to talk about, but on my way to find the scene that I wanted to talk about, I found this scene, and this scene is actually just as laughable of an adaptation, and I'm just going to show it, and then I'll talk about it. So, hopefully I don't get absolutely destroyed by copyright.
And then, because Keiichi got the crowd so riled up and excited, our uncle gave him this doll as like a parting gift. So what's the problem? Did you want the doll yourself?
Okay, first off, I have to stop. That's not true. Mion's uncle gave everybody but Mion a doll. It's a very important distinction because Rena already had a doll, but Keiichi was so uncomfortable with giving Mion a doll because for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of subtle relationship interplay going on in the initial exchange of the dolls that isn't explicitly really brought up, and it's more of a symbolic act. The doll isn't really what matters. The important thing is that Keiichi views Mion as somebody who could even want a doll, and being viewed as a girl, i.e., a potential romantic partner, because Mion likes Keiichi. That's the importance of that scene in the visual novel. Now that I've told you that, watch this and see if it carries any of that emotional weight, because the scene in the visual novel is very emotional. It's very. We hear it twice actually. Mion has the same conversation with Rena that Mion has with Shion. She's really sad about it both times. And see if you can get that in the performance and then also in the visuals.
Well, yeah, but Keiichi didn't give it to me. He said he didn't think dolls were really my thing. And then he gave it to Rena. I want to start over. I want to go back to the first time I...
Look at this smug bitch's face. What? The scene is not like this in the visual novel. It's not a fucking joke. This is the most important scene in the whole fucking chapter of Miyakashi. And Shion even says that at the end of the fucking chapter when she's about to kill Keiichi. She's like, you know, this all happened because you didn't give that doll to Mion. And here we have, this is a really emotional scene in the visual novel. It's, I swear to you, the music is fucking sad. And look at this fucking shit. Look at this fucking bitch's face. Can you believe it?
met Keiichi. I want to go back in time and let him know that I'm a girl too. You're taking this too seriously.
I don't even think Shion says that, but I'm going to look in the visual novel and see. Also, the fact that Mion just says, like, oh, I want him to view me as a girl is just, like, so ham-fisted. Like, that's a bit of a subtlety, like, in the writing that is actually good. Like, the writing in Higurashi is not generally not very good, but there are a few moments where there is subtlety to what is being conveyed, and those are the moments where the writing, I think, is pretty good. And this is one of the scenes where it's pretty subtle about what's going on. There's a lot of complex things happening, and this is handled with like the absolute buffoonery of somebody who is a total dullard. I mean, she's just saying how she's feeling, but there's an irony to it because the problem with Mion is that she can't say how she feels. That is explicitly a thing that Shion makes fun of Mion for in this chapter, is that Mion cannot express her wants and desires, and that's what holds her back in developing a relationship with Keiichi. And here she is, fucking full balls, just comes right out and says that I want Keiichi to view me as a girl. What? What the fuck are you smoking? How did you just destroyed the entire fucking chapter. Why even who adapted this shit? I mean, I know Studio Deen did, but like the specific people involved should be barred from existing on the fucking earth because this is just so goddamn ham-fisted and stupid.
Two.
This is not at all how it happens in the visual novel. And look at this. This isn't real sadness. And you hear the flashy little cut noises of like ching. Like this scene has no emotional weight. And it is fucking laughable because this scene is the fucking is the inciting incident for Shion's insanity. This scene is so crucially fucking important. And you're telling me that this is how you set it up with this kind of like it's like a sad puppy dog kind of thing. Like, this isn't a serious kind of sadness. This is fucking laughable. I mean, look at her fucking stupid hair and her dumb hands. Like, what the fuck is this? This is not serious. You cannot take it serious. And if you can't take the emotional core of your story serious, how are you supposed to give a fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Why would you do this? This is, the more I watched, the more I didn't actually realize there was this much that was bad in it. Okay, so I found the same scene in the visual novel, and we're going to read through it a little bit to compare how bad the adaptation is. Okay, so here we are. Shion, she wasn't paying attention to Mion talking about Kei-chan. Instead, she was daydreaming about Satoshi. Oh, but Mion sounded grim. Did she sound grim in the adaptation, or did she sound like it was kind of a joke? Kind of more of a joke. Oh. Faint smile looked pitiful. Okay, so even Shion is recognizing that Mion is trying to smile through some pain. Interesting. Definitely didn't convey that in the adaptation at all. Okay, I'm going to be really quiet, and I want you to just listen to the music, okay? This is the music that plays throughout the scene that Mion tells Shion that she wants to start over again, and she wants to get another chance to be more feminine with Keiichi so Keiichi can view her as a potential romantic interest. Just close your eyes and listen to the music. I'm going to do it with you, okay? It'll be a little fun project. Okay. Does that sound like the kind of music that would play when it's a fucking joke? No. This is serious music. This is emotionally intimate feelings that are being expressed, okay? Look, right here, Uncle gave everybody a doll. No, Uncle didn't just give Keiichi a doll. Uncle gave everybody a doll. Okay, so they fucked that up. Everybody except me, which is kind of weird, but okay, whatever. And she wanted one. But she couldn't express her needs that she wanted one. And then look, she uneven recognizes that you still can't express your needs, right? You know? Like, and she's making fun of her because she knows that about her a little bit, but she's still recognizing the seriousness of the situation because the narration here is from Shion's perspective. Look, I realized she was on the verge of tears. Look, she recognizes that. And the cutest doll was in Kei-chan's bag. Oh no, and she wanted the doll. Did she want the doll because it was from Kei-chan? Did she want the doll because she wanted one of the dolls? Because she does like the dolls, and she does say that. Does she want the doll because she wants Kei-chan to view her as a female? There's a lot of reasons why Mion wants the doll. There's a lot of reasons for her to want to go back and do it again, okay? There's a lot of things going on. It's a very complex scene, okay? So I understand why the adaptation would fuck it up, but I just would never imagine that they would fuck it up so goddamn bad. But here's the important part, is that there are people who think that this anime is a masterpiece, and it's fucking dog shit, okay? Like, Kei-chan was so afraid to give Mion a doll because he views her in such a male way that he even said that she should be reborn as a man, and that, you know, she didn't get one and she wanted a doll, the doll don't fit her. There's so many complex reasons going on into why Mion's sad right now. It's not a simple, like, she wants him to see her. There's so many fucking reasons. And she's fucking bawling her eyes out, and the music is sad as shit. And you're telling me that the adaptation in the fucking anime has it with fucking comedic cuts, comedic sound effects of shing, and Shion is like, oh, Mion's mad, duh. Like, really? That's the way you adapted it? I'm sorry, the anime is not a masterpiece. It is fucking dog shit. And if you think it's good, I have no problems with insulting you, because you are objectively fucking wrong, and you are absolutely fucking stupid. This is not, I am not a person who's going to be like, oh, here's all those criticisms of this piece of art, but it's okay for you to like it. No, it's not okay for you to like it. It's bad. And you need to establish better tastes.
You're right. Rina is way cuter than me.
So this was the scene that actually inspired me to make this video, because it is so fucking bad of an adaptation. It fundamentally gets everything wrong in the scene. And I want to play it a little bit. Hopefully I don't get DMCA'd out the ass. Otherwise, whatever. But here we go.
give you some of our lunch. Yeah, come on, eat with us.
I don't want to eat with you. I want.
Okay, did you see that? This is very important. Notice that the bento box is full. Bento box is full of food. Sadako didn't get to eat any of her food, and now she's crying because all of her food fell on the floor, and she doesn't want to eat with her classmates. Yeah, let's go to the visual novel. So here we are in the visual novel in the same scene, and we already have a contradiction. It seemed that Sadako had bumped into somebody's shoulder, so 1, she was standing, not sitting. 2, when she stood up to go wash the box out. Huh. To go wash the box out. So you mean that her bento box wasn't full of food, but in fact, it was empty, and she was washing it out after she had finished lunch. That recontextualizes the whole scene. And my argument is that Sadako was not crying because her food was on the floor and then she would not get to eat lunch. That is a surface level take of the situation. The reason Sadako cries in the scene because her box falls on the floor is because she is deathly afraid of the abuse that is going to follow making a mistake, because she is in a household where her aunt is constantly abusing her and yelling at her and being horrible to her for every little mistake she makes and doing everything, and it paralyzes her. And right now in this scene, what is happening is that Sonico is having a PTSD reaction that is trauma informed based on the abuse that she suffered at her aunt's hands. Okay? That's the scene. That is explicitly as objective as I can get what's going on here. And look, that was all. It wasn't that the food fell out. Look. But Sadako was crying as if she was afraid she was going to be chided badly. Sadako isn't crying about the fucking box. She isn't crying about the food. She's crying that she made a mistake, and she's deathly sensitive to being insulted, ridiculed, abused, tormented over making a mistake. That's what she's afraid of, okay? If you think the anime did a good job in adapting this scene, and you think the anime is a masterpiece, well, I'm sorry, but you're objectively fucking wrong. The anime misses the mark so fucking far. It does a ham-fisted adaptation that is just so fucking laughable. And here, look at this. If you want... Oh, fuck, the art isn't carrying over. This art of the original Higurashi release is the equivalent of the anime adaptation by Deen. Look at those ham fists. So fucking pathetic. Fucking dog shit. The 2006 Deen anime adaptation, dog shit. Anyone who says it's a masterpiece, send them into this video. Fucking let me just fucking dab on them so hard, because they're objectively fucking wrong. The anime's dog shit. There's nothing to argue here. Anyway, leave a mean comment if you like the anime. You're wrong, but go ahead. I'll argue with retards all day. Oh yeah, and subscribe, and I think you're supposed to do a like or something. Yeah, that might help.